Hi guys, welcome to Alexander High School. My name is Kayla Batista. I've been here all 4 years, but today I'm going to be showing you guys around the school. Mind you, I'm following the safety protocols, but I'm going to take off my mask so y'all can hear me a little bit clearer. Whew, now I can breathe. I can finally show you guys around. So first, we're going to start off right here in the main entrance, the main lobby. Parents, if you're going to come for a meeting or if you have any questions, make sure you use these double doors right here. And students, after first period, you're going to need to use your badge to get it. So, if you follow me this way, I'm going to show you guys one of the safety precautions that we're using now. If you walk through these double doors, you're going to see a little pad thingy over here. And you see
Please wear a mask.
Please wear a mask.
Temperature is normal.
Temperature is normal, so it's going to say if you don't have a mask on, wear a mask. It's going to tell you your temperature.
Please wear a mask.
Please wear a mask. So, I'm sorry.
Temperature is normal.
So over here we have our main office. So now we are finally in the building. I'm just letting you know it's a little bit big. Not a little bit, it's really big. But trust me, you will find your way around. And if you ever get lost, your admin and your counselors are right back here. So now I'm going to introduce you to all of our admin here at Alexander High School. So first we have Dr. Small, and he is the overall principal. Then we have Miss Combs, and she is your senior year 12th grade administrator. Then we have Mr. Alford, and he is for 11th grade juniors. We have Mr. Beatty. He is the 10th grade sophomore admin. And then we have Mr. Chandler, who is the 9th grade freshman admin. So now I'm going to introduce all of our counselors here at Alexander High School. Prior years, it was a little different to where it was based off of age and last name, but this year it's just last name. So, if you are A through C last name, you have Dr. Ray. If your last name's D through K, you have Mr. Warrington. If you have L through P last names, you have Mr. Plumley. If you have Q through Z names, you have Miss Wright. And then we have Miss Dowda, who is overall help to all seniors, freshmen, sophomore, and juniors. Alright guys, past the main office, we come to a little strange stop. These are some of our bathrooms right here. They are single-use private restrooms, but you will get used to it, I promise. At first I was like, what in the world? But it's really great at the end of the day. So now we are finally into the building. We are headed to Cafe Cougar. Here's where you're going to spend your time with your friends, finish a little homework you didn't get to finish for the next period. And definitely Mr. Chandler does karaoke, and when I tell you do not want to miss out on that, you don't. So in the cafeteria we have so many different choices. We have pizza and pasta and literally everything that you can think of. Now that we're in digital learning, Google Chrome will be your best friend. I'm going to show you how to get to your first period class. So first, we're going to open up Google Chrome, and it's going to pull up Douglas County Portal. You're going to sign in. So now I've entered in my credentials for Douglas County Portal. So now I'm going to go ahead and click Sign In. And it's going to have this loading screen, and right when it pops up, it looks just like your phone screen. You have a bunch of different apps, and this is where you're going to find, if your teacher asks you to use another app, it's going to be right here on this screen. So now if you scroll a little bit and you see Google Classroom with a little key on it, you're going to go ahead and click that. So now that you've logged onto Google Classroom, this is going to be your home screen where you find classes 1 through 8. Soon, the admin is going to release a list of all the Google Classroom links so you never miss a class. Remember, even though we're online, you still want to have the proper etiquette in your Google Classroom meetings. Here are some tips for Google Meet etiquette. Number 1, be on time. Number 2, presentation. Number 3, mute yourself. Number 4, headphones. Number 5, chat responsibly. Number 6, participation. Number 7, stay organized. Number 8, have a schedule. Number 9, be smart online. Number 10, check messages. Number 11, chat responsibly. And number 12, ask for help.
Beginning on Monday, August 10th, Alexander High School will be distributing digital learning devices. The first day, August 10th, which is Monday, will be for our freshmen. Tuesday will be for our sophomores. Wednesday will be for our juniors. Thursday will be for our seniors. And Friday is a makeup day. Each day of the week, we will distribute between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. On Monday through Thursday, we will also have an evening session beginning at 5 o'clock p.m. and going through 7 o'clock p.m. We will not have an evening distribution on Friday. If you happen to miss your appointed time, please contact your grade level administrator. All you have to do is show up and make sure you follow the directions of the flow of traffic, and the representatives will make sure that you get everything that you need.
Thank you for coming along. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. We are so excited to have you as a Cougar. Get ready for the best 4 years of your life.
Hello, parents and students. Let me first start by saying thank you to Kayla, one of our student ambassadors, for that great introduction and welcoming to Alexander High School. Thank you so much, Kayla. So let me first say that we are excited about getting the school year started on August 17th. Even though it is school-based digital learning, we are communicating and learning and teaching remotely. We are excited to get it started, and we have been working hard to make the start of the school year with a remote setting much better than what we experienced in the spring as far as the structure and expectations. So parents, we have taken your feedback, students, your feedback, and teachers, and I think we've learned from it. I think we've put together a framework for digital learning that will be seamless when we are able to come back into the building face-to-face for that traditional setting. Let me start by going over what the schedule will look like. So again, taking your feedback, we know that it is difficult to sit in front of a screen all day long, and I certainly understand that as well, because this summer all of my meetings have been through Google Meets or Zoom, and it can be a little bit exhausting trying to stay engaged and to take in all the information. So we've done some modification to our schedule to help in that process. So students, this is what you can expect. On August 17th at 9 o'clock, you are expected to log in to your first period Google Classroom. That first day, it will be an orientation to digital learning and what to expect. Now, for that entire week and for the weeks that we are learning remotely, the school day will start at 9. It'll end at 2:40. Monday, the 17th, will be 1, 3, 5, and 7, and then Tuesday, periods 2, 4, 6, and 8. And we will continue to rotate that schedule throughout the weeks that we are all remotely learning. So each period will be an hour. The first 45 minutes is the mandatory time that students you need to be logged on, just like our traditional 45 minutes of instruction that we have here at Alexander High School. One of the strengths of our framework, because our teachers get to have you all year long. So that first period will start at 9, then to 9:45, and then the last 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes of each period will be time for questions and time for support. There'll be 10 minutes built in between periods. The next period will start at 10:10 and end at 11:10, and then you'll have about an hour for lunch, 11:10 to 12:30, and then we'll have two sessions in the afternoon, starting at 12:30 to 1:30, and then your 10-minute break, and then 1:40 to 2:40. So the modified schedule is to help keep you engaged during that time. We know that it will be an adjustment for you as well as our teachers, but we think that this process, what we've learned in this structure that we've set up for the schedule, will be one that will help you be successful with your courses. So again, with all the feedback and what we experienced in the spring, we thought it was important that we have guidelines and protocols and expectations for our parents, so you can expect the same rigorous work and expectations from our teachers that you would normally expect. And then also behaviors for students. And so we've put together kind of a snapshot of what we expect for students. So students, this part is for you. Put together a top 10 list. It's a top 10 non-negotiable for students. Expectations to help you navigate through each day, and so it can be seamless and not interrupted, and you can move through the day getting the information you need and working on your assignments and getting the support you need. So number one, students are expected to log in at the beginning of each period for 45 minutes. We will be taking attendance. Parents, this is for you. If at some point your child cannot attend, we need to be notified of that, just like we would if they were here. The expectation is for them to be there. Because number two, as students, you are expected to be visible the entire 45 minutes of class. Our district has done a great job of initiating a one-to-one technology for our students. They've done that in a short period of time, and we've distributed those devices. We're doing that this week. And so they had the cameras and they had the microphones, so we can be able to communicate and see you. So we talk about etiquette. Students, you know that it's important that during the class time that you mute the microphone. You only talk when the teacher is able to call upon you. It just makes for a smoother process and as far as being able to hear the instruction. Number four, students are expected to be appropriate and respectful during the entire class time. We know that all of our students work hard, and sometimes things can get frustrating, but we want you to be appropriate in your comments, particularly in the comment box in the Google Classroom. Please make sure that you're appropriate and respectful. Number five, students are to log in only to their Google Meet. So we know that there are links to Google Classrooms. We know that there are codes. We ask that you do not share those, that you only log into your Google Meet and don't give anyone else any access to your schedule. We want you to adhere to those policies so we don't have to get into a situation where we're having to work through a little bit of discipline and consequences. Number six, students are expected to use their Douglas County School System email. And so the login that you use to get into Google Classroom, that's the one that you need to use. Sometimes there's a little confusion because you could possibly log in with like a personal email into Google, but you need to use the Douglas County School System email and login that you have. Number seven, students are expected to have appropriate behavior. So this is just something that we expect our students to have, whether they're digitally or in here in the building face-to-face. We do have a discipline policy within the student handbook. We will enforce that. Our teachers will let our administration know if there's been an issue. We still will have consequences available. Saturday work detail will be available. Come up on campus and with your mask on and help clean up the campus for a couple hours. You want to have access to your Google Classroom, so remaining appropriate and respectful will allow you to continue to have access, so we don't have to have any of those conversations about appropriate behavior. Number eight, students are expected to adhere to a dress code. So that'll be a little different, but we want you to get up, get ready, like you're coming to school. Get the day started right. And so we will ask you to follow a dress code that would look very similar to you being here in the building. If it becomes an issue, then again, the teacher would alert administration and we would have that conversation with your parents about you being ready for class. Be also aware, some etiquette that we're learning in this process of digital learning and Google Meets is the backdrop, your setting. Make sure it's a setting where you're not distracted, or the background of your screen is not distracting to other students. So we will work with you through that process. Students, we expect you to have academic honesty. Obviously, not being in the classroom, there's opportunity to access other content to help with the process. And while we know sometimes that's appropriate with assignments, your teachers will let you know during assessments, and to just have integrity and making good decisions, and showing what you've learned and doing that appropriately. Number 10, students are expected to turn in all assignments through the Google Classroom. We want to continue to provide accountability for learning and for assignments. So students, you'll have 3 days to communicate with the teacher if you've missed an assignment, to work through that process of making something up. After that third day, if there's been no communication, then you'll receive an M in your grade book, and I think students, parents know that that M means a 0. That affects the average for that missed assignment. So please make sure, students, that you're keeping up with assignments, or you're using that extra 15 minutes after each period to ask questions about your grade or about an assignment. Or you're going to have opportunities where teachers are going to be able to schedule some independent work time or small group work time to help with that process, just like tutoring that you would do face-to-face. We'll also have that opportunity to set up Google Meets for some tutoring. So students know, parents know that all these sessions will be recorded, so we'll have access to look at what's going on in the classroom, to help support teachers, to help support students. So that's just some of the main things that we've experienced that we wanted to address to make sure that we hold this process of learning digitally and getting everyone on the same page and some clear expectations. Again, because our goal is to eventually get all of our students back in the building in a safe environment where we feel that we are able to continue to do those traditional things that you would expect. So thank you for your time again. It's a lot of information that we're covering, and looking forward to opening up on the 17th remotely. But if you have any questions that should arise, you know that you can always contact us here at the school. My administrative team, as well as our counselors and our teachers, please reach out to them as we get ready to start on August 17th. Thank you all for your time.